What up YouTube, this is Woody coming back with another ride review. We're at the Yamaha demo days, getting ready to ride this 2017 R6. Dude, this is the best looking R600 bike out right now. Best looking 600 out right now. So we're getting ready to go on this ride. I'm gonna hurry up and start this up, and I think we're getting ready to take off right now. So we're allowed to switch the modes and stuff like that. So we're gonna start off in B mode, and then we'll switch to A mode. Right off the bat, I just got done doing the ride review on the R1, and they pretty much, the seat is the exact same seat. The only difference is, I think the way that as you sit on it is the R1 might be a little bit longer, but I don't know really how much, because they almost feel identical. The seat's nice and wide, it pushes your legs out, so even for a taller rider it makes it a little tougher to get your feet down just because how it pushes your legs out, but that's not too bad. You can see I'm 6'1", I got a 36 inch inseam, and you can see, look at my leg, it's pretty straight. So for a shorter rider you're gonna have a little bit of trouble. But let's talk about the gauge cluster. It's, as far as I know, it's the same as the old cluster. We're on traction control 1. You got your speed, you got your indicator right here. It tells you what time it is, temperature of the bike. I'm not sure what QS is. I'm not sure what QS is. Quick shift? I don't know. I don't think this has a quick shifter on its stock. I don't know. We'll find out though. Dude, I like this bike a lot. This is I'm telling you, this, between this and the Ninja 636, I don't know which one's better. This is probably the better looking one, really. I'm a fan of Kawasaki Ninjas, especially the 636, but this is a great looking bike. I love this new look. As far as the way I understand it is, it's pretty much the motor and everything's the same. The only thing that they've changed on this bike is the looks, and gave it some tech in it, modes and stuff like that, but otherwise that's it. It's the only difference of this bike. Motor's the same. Really jerky in first gear. Really jerky in first gear. Sounds like we're going to do a pretty twisty road. Your legs are up high. It's got your legs way up high. It's very aggressive seating. Just as aggressive as the R1, except for the only difference is I don't feel like my hands are as far out in front of me as the R1. That's all. Otherwise it feels the same. Like the positioning feels the same. Let's see. Let's get it in neutral. Dude, this is a great bike. Nice wide tank. I think the R1, like, it might be maybe like that. That'd be but otherwise it feels the same. It feels like the same weight on your hands. You're hunched over pretty good. I mean, you are ready for some track riding or something on this. It's so aggressive of a seating. But anyways, they was telling us where this is pretty twisty route that we're getting ready to go on, so they was telling us that we could go in a single file line if we don't want to stay in a stagger formation, just so because of the curvy roads and stuff that we're going to be on. So I can't wait to get going on this bike. I've been wanting to ride this bike for a while now. I want to run this bike for a while now. Visor down. So if you're watching this video after I get off this bike, I'm gonna be getting on the FZ09, ride the new FZ09. I can't wait for that. So, and I've done other ride reviews. I did a ride review on the R1S, 2017 R1S. I've done a ride review on 2018 Triumph Street Triple 675 RS. I've done a ride review on the Ducati Scrambler. Roads are a little wet. It rained a lot last night. Ducati Scrambler, Ducati Monster 821, Ducati Panigale 959, and let's see, what else? XSR 900 I've done a ride review on, and the FZ07. So far I like this. This is a smooth bike. Smooth bike. I kind of hate saying that, but it really is. The first gear is a little rough. I think it's because of this. It's kind of a torquey 600, like. So we haven't really gotten up into the gears yet. We get up into the revs, and that's when this bike comes alive. Most people describe this bike as being like it's almost like two different bikes, and the low revs to the high revs is like totally different bikes. So right now we're just cruising around in B mode. We're in 4th gear, just chilling. I wish these roads were a little drier. Man, these curves are right on top of each other. No wonder they wanted us to spread out if we wanted to. This guy's like riding his brake. Is that what he's doing? That brake light's lit up like he's holding the brake in. There it goes. Now it's off. Got a nice little low rumble in the low revs. If this is anything like the sounding wise as the old R6s, this thing screams when it's in high revs. But this is the first R6 I've ever ridden, so we gotta get this bike up to about $6 grand. But they say about 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. That's when it like comes alive. Right now this is a pretty slow ride. Pretty slow ride. Dude, this is really aggressive though. It's getting to my hands already. It's kind of weird because it feels like if you was a shorter guy, you'd feel more comfortable on this bike. Not saying that I don't feel I'm too uncomfortable. It's just a little hard on your hands, but if you was a shorter guy, you'd feel more comfortable on it. But then you'd have trouble getting your feet down, is the only thing. Oh, it feels good. Feels good. I like leaning it over. So here in a second, when we slow down, I'll switch it to A mode. I ain't gonna mess with standard mode, because basically that's just a mode between B mode and A mode. On this bike it goes B, standard, A. The only one bike that's different, the way I understand it, is the FZ10, and then it goes AB standard or standard AB or something like that. B being your crazy blow your hair back mode, I guess, or whatever, I don't know. Oh, nice bike, nice bike, nice bike. It's fun. Ugh. Rough on your hands, but it's fun. That's kind of stuff that you just gotta deal with on a sport bike. They're all gonna be like that. Some just a little worse than others, that's all. I'm getting ready to turn. Let's try A mode. Let's try A mode. Standard mode, A mode, and then you can go right back on the throttle. All you gotta do to change these modes is close throttle, select your mode, and then back on the throttle. That's it. It's pretty simple. This guy, why are you pulling out there? Holy crap, did you see that? Nobody, look at all these guys, none of them turn their turn signals off. It's kind of a little tight road now. Hope this guy ain't riding me too close. None of them turn their turn signals off. Just cruising around in 4th gear. I want to drop a gear and just get it. Listen to that. Oh, it sounds different. It sounds so different when you get it into A mode. It's a little more like you get all the bike. I can feel the torque just turn up, man. The bike sounds like it revs hot. I don't know, it sounds different. Man, we're going uphill. This is a nice route. A little slow, but I like this road. Wish it was dry and we'd go a little faster. I like this road. Man. I'm gonna take it down a gear. I'll take it down a gear and get it a little higher in the revs. Oh yeah. You get it up, you get it past that R6 number. That just past 6 grand. Oh, it's so torquey. Oh, this road's rough right there. It looked like the road broke a little bit. I feel like we're riding in a mountain. Oh. Dude, it rained all day yesterday. They had to cancel the rides yesterday because of all the rain they got down here. I'm at a different motorsport place than I've been to before. We're down in Cincinnati, Ohio today riding. So I traveled like 2 hours to get here to ride these bikes. So I put in work to get here to do this. So I feel like I need to go down a gear. I wish it was a little drier. This bike, dude, this bike, I like it. I can't really compare it to anything because I haven't been on very many 600s. You know what I mean? I've only been on this, and I've got a Yamaha YZF 600R. It's a 03. So I don't have a whole lot to compare it to because I ain't been on, this is the only 2 600s I've ever been on. Everything else has been bigger. Or I've been on one Ninja 500, but everything else has been bigger. So it's kind of hard to compare it to anything. I like it though. I like it a lot. Love the sound. Some people, like, I watched Chase's ride review of this bike the other day, and he kind of, it sounded like he didn't like the sound on it too well, but I don't mind the sound at all. I don't mind it at all. We're gonna come around this corner and we're gonna lay into it. Maybe. Maybe. Dang, this is a great route. It's a great route. Better than that route I was on the R1. Lets you lean the bike over a little bit. We're not going, I wish it was a little faster pace, but can't have it all. What a nice bike. It's like night and day though. When you're going from B mode to A mode, it is night and day. See, this is one of those bikes where I could say, dude, you could legit, I honestly believe that if you was smart about it, and don't act like an idiot, but you could start out on this bike. This is a bike that you could start out on legitly. Man, this is a steep hill. We're going like straight down. But you could legitly start out on this bike, and if you used common sense, used your head, start out on this bike, keep it in B mode, work your way up to A mode, or maybe like B mode around town and stuff like that. I don't know, but like just till you got used to the bike, and then you could go up to A mode. Like, you could legit start out on this bike. That's why, especially because it's got the modes, and you got the traction control and the rider assist stuff. Like, you could do all right with this. You just have to. But that's any bike though. You got to be smart on any bike you get on. But feel that engine brakes. That engine brakes real, man. It pulls you down. Watch me. We're in third gear. Up to 40 mile an hour, tacking a little over 5 grand. Watch how it dives. It's pulling it down quick. This ain't like the R1 though. I found on the R1, I barely had to use the brakes on that thing because the engine brake was just about perfect. I barely had to use the engine brake at all on it. Getting it up to 8 grand. I like this bike. Oh, I like this bike. Do I see myself getting it? No, because I've got a 600. I don't want to move to another 600. If I'm getting I want to go up, not stay the same. You know what I mean? But I like this bike. If I could be like Motonosity and have this as a second bike, then yeah, that'd be sweet. But I don't know if I don't know. You'd have a lot of fun on this bike. I don't know though. I mean, it could be. I don't know. I like it though, dude. I love this bike. The power is about perfect. I mean, I've talked about it before. About, I mean, you don't need anything bigger than a 600 because all you're gonna do is get yourself in trouble. Like, there's no need to. You can never use all the bike and stuff like that. I've said it before, but I don't say that you shouldn't get one. Like, that's your, like, you should get the bike that you want, but I don't know. Sometimes I think I want a liter bike, and then sometimes I think that I'd get bored on it. And the reason that I say that is because it'd be too much for the riding that I do. You guys know, like, I ride around out in the country and stuff like that, in small towns. Like, I don't get out on the highway a whole lot, so I really wouldn't get the full potential of the bike. You know what I mean? I feel like I'd be wasting it. But a bike, like a 600 like this, or like these naked sports, like, I feel like I'd get the full usage out of that bike. Like, it'd be perfect for me. But this is a great bike. This really is. Let's see if we can. It just let me shift it down without a clutch, but we'll try to. I don't think this has a quick shifter on it, but that says QS, and that's the only thing I can think of it being for, so we'll see. I'm gonna try it when we come around this curve. We're getting on a 4-lane road. See what it does. You can legitly though, if you know what you're doing, you can clutchless shift any bike. You just got to do it right. mile an hour, 80 mile an hour on the demo ride. Oh boys, that was fun. Banging through the gears. I didn't clutch shift any of that. Oh, they got way back there. I didn't clutch shift any of that. You saw that. All the way up to 6th gear. So you just roll off the throttle and shift it and it went. It didn't clunk or nothing. Like, so I guess I don't know though. It felt different than the Triumph Street Triple that I rode. Had a quick shifter on it, and it kind of felt different, but it didn't feel the same. But it did it. I didn't know for sure. I don't know for sure if these have it on or not. I'm guessing it does, but what's up, bro? That was fun, banging through the gears, banging through the gears on a demo ride. Ain't too many people say they can do that. Let's see. This guy likes to ride now. He's taking us on a good ride. They really are. They really are. Oh, that was fun. That was a spirited demo ride right here. Dude, I like this bike. I do. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Just got out of first gear, like. Dude, I feel like I don't feel like this is. I feel like this is a little bit. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, it quick shifts. I don't feel like this is like a whole lot more power than my bike, but it is a little bit. But it doesn't feel like a whole lot more. I think it has more torque than mine, but as far as power goes, I think they might be pretty close. Even though my bike's older, but. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. If I could, I don't know though. Just the prices on bikes are so weird right now. Like what I was looking at last night, and that's why. So I was looking ever since I rode that R1. I just been kind of like looking at leader bikes, just like checking prices out and stuff, and. If everybody, I don't know if you guys know that Suzuki's Gixxer 1000 is a new bike this year. It had a new look, new modes and all kinds of tech they threw into this bike and stuff. And that bike you can buy for the same price as this R6. That's crazy to me. That bike you could buy for the same price as the 2018 Speed Triple RS 765 that I rode. Like at the same price. You can get a Gixxer 1000. I was looking at them on like Cycle Trader or something like that, what the prices are at dealerships, and they legitimately have them marked at like $12,500. That's why I'm like, I just don't know. You basically, like the way the prices are, like you basically just gotta find the bike you want, like, because, and not worry about the size of it. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but because that Gixxer I've been looking at, it looks like stupid cheap for 1,000. You know what I mean? Like for a leader bike. They're letting us ride these bikes though. That's a nice white bike. It doesn't look like that looked like that Ducati Super Sport, that new bike. That's pretty cool. So, what a bike. I like this bike, boys. I like this bike. Could I see myself getting one? I like it. If I could get a good deal on one, maybe, but I feel like I don't want another. I feel like I'm ready. I want something bigger. But I don't know. I don't know. That's probably just as fast as probably faster. I mean, in a race, I'd probably beat that street triple that I rode, that 765, but that's probably the funnest bike I've ever rode, though. I can't even lie about it. That's probably the funnest bike. The most fun I've ever had on a bike would be that street triple 765 or that monster 821. Like, those are the most fun that I've ever had on a bike. And the street triple being the one that I've had the most fun on. That would be like my number 1 and number 2 funnest bikes I've rode, for sure. This bike right here, it might be number 3. Might be number 3. I can tell you honestly that I do like riding this bike better than the R1, and people will be like, what? And yeah, because, and I said this in a previous video, like, we've got to bang around in gears on this bike. Like, we've got to bang around on gears on this bike. That R1, on that ride that I did, we did not. I legit, probably 90% of that ride was in 3rd gear. Like, and that's what was, but I mean, they can't take you on a ride where you can like stretch out the gears and stuff like that on R1. Not on a demo ride. They just can't. But banging through these gears is a lot more funner than sitting in 3rd gear and just driving around all day. You know what I mean? Like, I know you guys can understand that. Like, but I could bang around, like I can hang out in 3rd or 4th gear on this too, but this thing lets you can bang through the gears. And that's what's fun about these smaller bikes. People always say it's funner to ride a slower bike fast and a fast bike slow, and it's true. It's kind of, I don't know, it gets old hearing people say it, but it is true. And because on a bigger bike you're just sitting, you don't have to bang through the gears as much as you do on a smaller bike. You gotta pull the power out of it when you don't have to do that on a big bike. That's what makes it fun, making it work, making it scream. You can't make an R1 scream in real world situations. You just ain't got the room for it. I like that Panigale 959 I rode. I liked it, but it's a nice bike, but the heat on that, and if you ain't ever watched my review video on that, you should check that out. The heat on it was so crazy. Like, it blew right back on your legs and your crotch. Like, it sucked. It was so hot that you couldn't enjoy the ride at all. Like, it sucked. But hopefully you guys like this video. This is going to be the end of the ride right here. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit that dislike button. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And I'm getting right off this bike. I'm getting on the FZ09. So be checking that out. And I've got a whole lot of other ride reviews that I've done, and I got more coming. I'm going to be going to the AM Expo this year, and planning on riding a lot of bikes there because they do demo rides and stuff there. So get to check that out. My main goal at that expo, as far as riding goes, is getting on some Suzukis. I've never rode a Suzuki. I'd like to get on some Jigsers, so those will be coming yet. So, but hopefully you liked the video. And this is Woody, and I'll catch you on the next ride. Peace, and I'm out.